loan debt, because a lot of people say, and I would agree with this, it sort of helps the better off people. I mean, the person who doesn't go to college is now going to subsidize the person who's going to make a lot more money because they did go to college. It doesn't seem actually like a progressive thing to do.
I took out a lot of student loans. I've done well. They shouldn't forgive student loans for people like me. But if you're working class, you're first in your family to go to college, you have all this debt, and then you're paying off your debt until you're 50 or 60 and can't get a house, we can pay off that debt. And you know how we pay for it? Tax Elon Musk. Tax the billionaires. You're not taxing the blue-collar guys. Where's Bill without Sesame?
Man, forget student loans. Them things is killing me, man. Tax these billion trillionaires. Please, they got all the money. Tax them and give money to us. You feel me? Like, we need the money. Tax them. Why are you taxing us? Tax them. They got all the money. But no, they're all into this together. They're all into this. Okay, they all work together. It's sickening. It's sickening, y'all.
You say the party, the tent is big enough for both the Democrats and the Democratic Socialists, because
yes.
Can I read you some of the things that are the Democratic and the Democratic Socialist platform?
Yeah. Sure.
Okay, because some of them I agree with.
Okay.
Here's the ones I agree with. Reduce military spending. I've been saying that forever, especially in the age of drones. Buying fighter planes is ridiculous.
I appreciate you saying that, because I'm one of the only votes on the House Armed Services Committee. They boo me when I vote no. But I was like, why are we spending 65% on the military?
Close bases overseas, saying that forever. Restore voting rights to criminals, criminal convictions. We should have been doing that a long time ago. Statehood for D.C., I'm for that. Get rid of the Electoral College. Okay. Can I read you the ones that I think are crazy?
Sure. I mean, I may not agree with them either.
Universal health care, no premiums, no co-pays, no deductibles. They tried this in Vermont. They couldn't get it to work.
But you can do it nationally. It's worked in Taiwan. It's worked. It has.
Taiwan is not a state, Rob. I hate to say it.
No, but look, it's worked in Canada. We pay twice as much for health care as any other industrialized country, and we've got the worst healthcare outcomes. If you had a single payer, if you just expand Medicare, Moynihan wanted to do this.
Yeah.
If you expand Medicare for everyone, and everyone has to pay a little bit,
why couldn't it work in a state like Vermont? I mean, they've also proposed it here in California, and the budget would have to be like $800 million. It would be like twice or three times what we pay for everything now.
The U.S. Congress is not going to end private health care in this country.
They're just not.
No one is talking about ending private health care. They're talking about expanding Medicare, and then if you have Medicare with hearing and vision and dental, and then you expand it, then people can still get supplemental private insurance. The reality is Medicare works, and if you expanding it is the biggest way to lower costs in this country and get everyone covered. I don't think you look at what has worked when Johnson created Medicare. He envisioned that it would eventually cover everyone. The reason we don't have it is private health insurance companies spend millions.
I'm confused why it would work nationally when it couldn't work even in these two states.
And because the states didn't have the waivers to get the money. You need the federal money. You need the Medicare, Medicaid money that the states didn't have. And so it's hard to do it on a state without the waivers. If you have the waivers and you have the right policy on taxation, then you can do it.
Just real fast, what line hurt Obama the most on the ACA? If you like your doctor, you can keep your doctor. He got jammed on that because people want to keep their doctor. The only thing that people hate more than health care and health insurance companies is fucking with their health insurance companies because they want to have the same health care. Just screwing with people's health care invariably hurts the party that is doing the screwing.
I agree with that, but you don't get, if you're not talking about national health care, you're talking about national health insurance. It means you can keep your doctor, you can go see any doctor you want. Every doctor is in network.
Okay, how about this one?
Crazy. We spend so much on healthcare. We spend so much as a country on healthcare. It's millions of us that's uninsured or low insured of healthcare. We should all have healthcare. I'm not understanding that. It's sickening, and they spend billions and trillions on our military, which is, I mean, it's not crazy, I guess, because they're defending a country, but it's fucking crazy, man. It's crazy. Still got these homeless people on the streets. Even though it might be their fault in life what happened, but still, man, come on, man. You don't see a lot of homeless people in these other countries. I'm not saying all countries. I'm just saying there's a lot of nations out there that take care of their countries. Don't let U.S. try to slam all these other countries, okay? There's some nice countries out here, y'all. We just got a lot of stuff to fix in this country, man. I don't agree with a lot of stuff. Yes, I love being American. Okay, there's a lot of people in my comments say you're not an American. You don't like being American. I love being American, but like we know we gotta fix a lot of stuff in this. Yeah. All right.
Workers can migrate free across borders. That seems like was a loser for the Democrats last time. I don't think that's going to be a winner, or is it really even the right thing to do?
What does it even mean?
Open borders.
Open borders.
No, I think we need a secure border, and there's a place you can come in.
Okay.
That's the tell. It's a loser.
Limit Supreme Court's power of judicial review. Okay, now we're going back to our history buffs, 1803, Marbury versus Madison. Yeah. I mean, no, it wasn't in the Constitution, but it is 1803 that this is what the Supreme Court does. It reviews.
I'm fine with judicial review, but we should have term limits on these Supreme Court justices.
Okay, that's a different issue. Okay. All college free and cancel all student loan debt.
You know, for the time we were in Iran, literally, we could have free public college in America. I mean, what would be a better investment for the United States? Literally, for the amount we spend on Iran, we could have free public college.
What about canceling student loan debt? Because a lot of people say, and I would agree with this, it sort of helps the better off people. I mean, the person who doesn't go to college is now going to subsidize the person who's going to make a lot more money because they did go to college. It doesn't seem actually like a progressive thing to do.
I took out a lot of student loans. I've done well. They shouldn't forgive student loans for people like me. But if you're working class, you're first in your family to go to college, you have all this debt, and then you're paying off your debt until you're 50 or 60 and can't get a house, we can pay off that debt. And you know how we pay for it? Tax Elon Musk. Tax the billionaires. You're not taxing the blue-collar guys. Here's Bill what upsets me. Take it, I represent 1/3 of this nation's wealth. In a 50-mile radius, $20 trillion.
Is that right?
1/3 of the nation's wealth is in my 50-mile radius. Stock market is 70 trillion, 20 trillion. We're producing more wealth than ever before. And you're telling me we can't have health care and free college for Americans? If Americans, you know, when I go out and I speak and I say Elon Musk has become a trillionaire, usually people just boo. And I was like, why is that? Why aren't they cheering? It's because they aren't getting anything out of it.
But the politics, though, are risky. It's one thing to expand community college access, make that free, perhaps make, you know, some state universities free. But what Bill's talking about is the politics of telling a blue-collar guy, hey, your taxpayer dollars are going to forgive some you know, college smartass. He's not paying his loans back. He's like, well, how is that helping me, man?
Yeah, because
it's so risky.
Because that's the Republican frame. What we got to tell you is the billionaires have screwed you and they've screwed the college kid. Get the college kids' loans forgiven and put a Marshall Plan in America to build you industry.
But Democrats already have a challenge with working class voters that is killing your party.
Because we did NAFTA, because we did China and the World Trade Organization, because we watched places like Bucks County, Pennsylvania, where I grew up, Fairless Work shut down, steel plant shut down, and we didn't do a thing. And you know what? If Donald Trump hadn't won, this is one thing I say to my Democratic friends, no one would have been going to war in Ohio and Middletown, Ohio, and downriver Michigan. We shafted those communities. We need to say we made a mistake, and we're actually going to invest in those communities. But you can do that and forgive the student loans if you just tax some of the billionaires in my district. I don't understand it. The guy who represents that area is saying tax them. How is this hard for 434 other members of Congress?
Well, you're
zap them. Well, he's running, man. He's done.
You are really pushing that Pennsylvania ankle, aren't you? I mean, it's like...
It's going to buy you a cheesesteak.
When you run for president, you don't want to be the California guy. I'm the Pennsylvania guy.
Yeah, Palo Alto, never heard of it.
Yeah, exactly. Taiwan. All right. What does the panel think of the Supreme Court ruling that habitual marijuana users can't be banned from owning guns? Now you have my attention.
Too soon.
No, that's amazing. That's awesome. That's fair. I mean, I want guns and I can't have them because because it's illegal. Because I am perhaps, or maybe it's just.
You strike me as a gun guy. You would want guns? I don't know.
Of course.
Okay, I didn't know.
Why wouldn't you want a gun?
I don't know. I mean, I don't have a gun, but I mean, I respect the Second Amendment. I just didn't. I wouldn't have thought that you had guns. I mean,
I don't, because of that. But yes, I mean, you know, I can't expect the police to be everywhere like that. I mean, when you need a gun, I mean...
Well, now you can get a side piece, so there you go.
And, of course, another complaint I would have about California is it almost isn't, makes no sense to have one because you almost can't use it. Because if you do, you might be the one to go to jail. I mean, you can shoot an intruder in your house, but you better do it exactly right. He better be in your bedroom facing you. Really.
Oh, well,
Don't shoot him on
either. You shouldn't be high when you do it.
You shoot him on the lawn, you're going to go to jail. I mean, that's kind of ridiculous, isn't it?
Well, look, I think that we need to, I'm for investing in police. I'm for having public safety. I don't think the answer to crime should be everyone takes justice into their own hands.
Even if there's somebody in your house?
No, of course, if they're in the house, self-defense.
Well, that's what we're talking about.
Well, yeah, but in other parts of the country, you've had self-defense taken and people shot. You know, Trayvon Martin's case, there are cases where people have taken the law in their own hands, shot folks who are innocent.
Let me know what y'all think about down in the comment section. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you get notified when I upload every single freaking day. Okay, always uploading policy stuff to figure out what we need to do in our country to make this a better country. Because, jeez, we need healthcare. We need better gas prices. We need our food to not be poisoning, and recalls on everything. That's what we need. Okay, we need better jobs. We need jobs in general. It's so hard to find a freaking job. It's so hard to get a job at McDonald's. It's insane. I love y'all. Peace and love, baby. We out.